apologize. For those of y'all who do not know me, my name is Morgan O'Rear. I'm a diamond leader in this company. I've been with the company now for about, I want to say about 10 months, maybe 11 months. I think I joined in November, so it's getting close. And I love it. I have another career as well, so balancing that with babies, which obviously I think 80% of the people in this business do that. So it's not an excuse by any means, but you obviously, you know the struggle. And so I myself have even hit those down points where you're just like, I have a great team. I love my team. There are people on my team who still push every single day. But even in spite of that, like life gets in the way and you start, hitting these moments where you're just like, okay, so where's the energy going to come from for me to really build this business? And I think a lot of us are looking in the wrong places for where the energy should come from. And so that's the reason why I wanted to do this Zoom. So I originally was going to do it for my team, and Michelle invited me to do it here for everybody. So I hope you gather some good information from this. I certainly did. The Zoom is inspired by, it's not a story, but I'm going to read something to you and then kind of go off of that. But it's inspired by my basketball coach in high school, about all of us, this 212 book. Okay, I'm gonna explain what 212 is in a minute, but it really was something that pushed my every move from the time I started playing sports to taking on school, to taking on college, taking on another degree, and then children and then family life. It's really inspired my move to do everything. And in the past 6 years, we've moved probably 8 to 9 times, sometimes within the same city, sometimes outside the city. We moved to 3 different states. This will be the 4th state from where I'm originally from. And all of it was to pursue either higher education or to move in a spot that was easier for my husband, who was in chiropractic school at the time, to be able to be with our family as well, not live too far away from school, and to make that drive easier. So we've had a variety of reasons for moving. I packed the book away, and I just found it the other day, and it's been, I think, probably 4 years since I've seen the book, and I started reading it, and it in itself, it's its own little motivation book. And so I did a little small Zoom for my leaders to kind of tell them about it, see what their thoughts were on it, and then I decided to do a bigger team Zoom on it. And now Michelle invited me here to do this, so I'm super excited to go over this with you. Let me unplug you here for a second, get you a little more stable so I can use my hands. All right, I got my notes here in front of me, because my team knows this. My team knows me very well, but if you're not on my team directly, I can be sort of scatterbrained. I like to blame it in a positive way. I blame it on my creativity. So it's not a crutch by any means, but I am constantly all over the place. I love having tons of ideas, throwing things on my plate. And then seeing if I can get it all done in one day, like most of us seem to. So I have my notes here. If I look down every once in a while, don't worry about that. Just trying to make sure I don't forget some key points that I was writing down. First thing, and then also, if you have any questions, don't take yourself off mute, because like I said, I'm totally scatterbrained. I will lose my train of thought. But please don't hesitate to ask them in the comments, because we'll get to them. Either Michelle or I'll get to them. And then I also have asked my leaders if they have something important that they want to add to this, then to add that at the end. So there's going to be plenty of people to answer those questions for you. So, okay, so I'm going to read my 212. It's not like I had to memorize it. It's not very long, but I feel like you get more effect from reading it. Okay, so did y'all know that at 211 degrees, water's hot? Okay, it's like hot as hell. My kids are getting put in bed right now, so they can't hear me. It's stinking hot. Okay, you're going to get burned, but that's it. It's only hot. When it hits 1 degree up, so it hits 212 degrees, it's boiling, it produces steam, and steam literally powers engines. It became one of the biggest mass transportation systems that we had in this country before they started being able to let people run on planes and other transportation means. And that became huge because it was years ago. We have better, quicker means of transportation than trains, but we still use it. We still get on, we still put cargo on trains, we put people on trains. And we travel across the country. Multiple countries use it still, and it's one of those things that you think about, that water difference. You think about 211 degrees. it is extremely hot, but that's it. So when you think about your business, are you at 211 degrees or are you going to be at that 212 degrees, that 1 degree difference? So we constantly talk about, you hear your leaders will say, go the extra mile, go do this. Maybe it's not even an extra mile. Maybe it's literally 1 degree difference. But the key is finding that degree difference in your business. What is it? What is that degree? And so the other part of that, I kind of outlined where I had. So it reminds us that seemingly small things can make tremendous differences. Hey, Addison, my daughter's here. Go sit back in your room. Okay?
I got to see what it is.
Say hi.
What's your name?
Okay, Addison, go sit.
What's her name?
That's Michelle. Okay, go sit with Daddy, okay? And then he said you can watch a movie with him. Sorry, Daddy's on duty tonight. But something else that we tend to notice is that people will easily take the harder route. They'll put more effort and work harder into avoiding that little extra effort, which is crazy to me. Because whenever I get to the next part of that, you'll understand what I'm saying. So that extra effort that you constantly hear your leaders talk about, we say things like, what extra steps are you taking in your business? And we start going into detail. Oh goodness. Michelle, can you pause for a second? Jason's putting Connor down and I have to take her TT. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll be right back. Come on.
Guys, make sure you get a pen and paper and take notes because it's good stuff. Like, I still take notes. See, every time I listen to somebody else doing a Zoom, because you never know what you're going to pull from somebody else inspiration. So make sure you get pen and paper, take notes, because it may just seem like you're listening, but if you write it down, you can come back later and you may get more thoughts out from it. So, yeah. Oh, that's behind my screen. I heard the bing, but yeah, when she's talking about this 1 degree, I'm sure she's got a lot more to go into it on. But it really is something that could be super, super small. It could be that instead of sending 5 messages a day, you're sending 10. It could be that you're going live about something you can be passionate about. It could be just tuning into the group pages more. It could be a lot of different things. I told them to get a pen and paper, that I still take notes on everything. So.
And that's actually the next part of that is kind of the reason why I messaged on Green Queens to get a pen and paper. Sorry about that, guys. 3-year-old is still awake. Okay, so we talk about what are the extra steps you're taking in your business, and this is where I'm going to apply it in just a little bit to the 212. But it's going to have a little bit of a twist to it. So are you doing weekly lives? So a lot of people in this business are doing it both on social media and in person. Some people choose to strictly do it in person. Some people choose to strictly do it on social media. Regardless of what way you choose to do it, if you're at all interacting on social media, you're seriously doing yourself a disservice if you're not doing lives. And it's so easy to, it's hard at first. We'll put it that way. It's super hard at first to get on a live and to make yourself go do it because it's terrifying. You think the entire time that people are judging you, but after you get used to it, then it's something that just goes, it goes right past you. You sit in, you do your live, you get off of it, and honestly, I get excited to do the one the next day. And so that's something that I've implemented in my business. But are you trying weekly lives, and are you talking about business and or products? Are you varying it up? The next step that you can think of from that is, what about 2 to 3 lives a week? What about daily lives? Why are we not pushing ourselves to think outside the box? Why are we waiting for our leaders to say, have you done your weekly live yet? Because if we're asking you, then you're not motivated enough to do it. I'm not saying your business, isn't going to go anywhere, but that's a huge part of being in person. It's a huge part of like a personal service business, and that's part of what we are. We do our service. That's really what we are with the business. It is health and wellness. But what are you doing to get yourself out there? If you're just simply posting quotes, posting the same old before and after everything, how are you interacting with people to get them to know you to buy from you? So I'm not going to buy from anybody. I'll just tell you right now, I'm not going to buy from you if I don't think I understand you, if I don't feel like I'm connecting with you. If I just see you posting on Facebook, I'm not buying from you. I don't care what you're selling. You could be selling gold. I'm not going to buy it. So challenge yourself to do something that maybe you aren't doing yet. The other thing is, and I tell my team this all the time, y'all send out weekly samples. And I know a lot of people say, well, I can't afford that yet. I can't do this. One box of greens is $33, or we'll say 30, 36 for the to-go greens because that's the one that you're sending out. You can send out, pick one person a week, two people a week, whatever that you want to do. Pick, send them 2 things of greens because that's going to do one of 2 things for you. One, it's getting your product out there to someone who's possibly interested, who may possibly talk to someone else about it. Um, 2, it gives you a chance to say, even if they're not a customer, it doesn't matter. It gives you a chance to say, can you take a picture with those greens and send it to me? Because I love I love fun things to post for my business in promotion of my business. I have so many people that are not customers who have received greens. They send me pictures if they have anything left over or, whatever. And you can use those. They don't have to be customers for you not to use them. You can post on your Facebook. It's one of those what I can think like it's a life post. It gives me life to my page because I'm posting the same before and afters and the same old quotes and the same old, this is what the greens do and 52 herbs and superfoods and blah, blah. People hear that all day long. They get tired of that. They're going to scroll past you. But if they see a new face with someone using your product who you can ask that person, hey, can I tag you? Or if not, that's okay. As long as I can use the picture, would that be okay? But it gives you new life to your Facebook. It brings a new face. It brings new people in to see that. It's even better if you can tag them, even if they're not a loyal customer. If they give you the permission to tag them, their friends can see that. So now you're opening up a whole new market. Let's see. Following up with customers, like truly following up with customers. How many of us actually truly follow up with a loyal customer? I don't mean texting them, after a month and being like, hey, what's up? How you like the greens? And that's it. I mean, like, if you did your job, you figured out why they wanted the greens in the first place. So was it just for health? Was it just to keep their immune system up? Was it maybe they wanted something as a snack during the day that just wasn't going to be high in calories? Was it that they're on some sort of weight plan that maybe they have with you, or they're monitoring their own diet and they just want to start losing weight? Maybe it's not even directly linked to the greens, but are you asking them about that? Because if they think you remembered why they ordered that product from you in the first place, that goes leaps and bounds, guys. The people that are my loyal customers that have not been ordering, those are those people that I remember to actually follow up with and talk to and care about. Not that I didn't care about the other ones, but you get busy. Life offers a group of people that I may have signed along the way, followed up with very well. And so those people, after their 3 months, they just, they're like, oh, I'll order when I want to order, whatever. I like the product. It's great. But where was that personal service of mine? And they stopped ordering after their 3 months. So that's huge too, guys. It's not just about getting brand new loyal customers every time, although you do want to continue looking for that. It's about the people you got now. And same thing within the business aspect of it. We want you to be looking for new distributors, but we also want you to be focusing on the ones that you have now who want to build the business and who are showing that fire. Show them some love too. Don't forget about the people who are already in it with you. The next thing is something that I think most people tend to forget about. And it's really iffy at first for a lot of brand new people into this business because I thought the exact same thing because you're not truly understanding social media and how that works. But are you still adding people that you don't already know on Facebook? Because if you're constantly sharing, you're doing all the perfect things, but you're not reaching a new market every once in a while, your market's going to get older and saturated. You may have new customers come out of the woodwork eventually, which you do, but you're going to have the same group of people who constantly see your posts, and it's just going to get old. Excuse me. So constantly be adding people, and don't do it in a random like click, 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 click sort of way. Like don't be like add. Go to their Facebook personally. Take out 5 minutes. Y'all, this is too much information, but if you have kids and you're busy and running around like, oh, I don't have time to go research and do that. When you're taking a bathroom break, go sit down and do it then. So, we like to think that we don't do that, but that's when we got time, And so if you're in the car ride, ask if your husband can drive or your significant other, whatever. Hey, can you drive? Because I have to do some business stuff real quick. I don't like to condone doing business while driving, so I won't even say that. I won't even throw that in the air. But just make sure you're not only meeting new people in person, but you're adding new people, because those are people that you're going to meet and eventually build up a relationship with. Maybe they got kids. Maybe they just are big on health and wellness. You can obviously see that in people's profiles. Just eventually create a dialogue with them. Do not cold message. I know we say that already. Those y'all, if you're brand new and you don't know what cold messaging is, that's just sending them a message on the side, a PM saying, you know, hey, you know, how are you? I love to meet brand new people. By the way, have you ever tried, you know, had something blah like the greens from, you know, It Works? That's awful. Don't do it. It's so bad for your business. I'm a photographer on this, like that was my first job or my career. And I'm part of tons of photographer like Facebook groups. And yesterday I had someone share in that group saying something like, oh, I hate when people cold message you about natural health and wellness products. And she sent the snapshot of the picture. I'm just sitting here like, oh God, I just want to slap mama. Like, it's that bad. Because people comment, people continue the thread, and it puts a bad taste in people's mouths. So don't be that person. The next thing is, so when you do post, so a lot of us are like, okay, but you know, my business is still stagnant, but I've done everything you've said. Like, I'm constantly posting. I do my, 4 to 6 times a week. Like, why is my business still slow? Well, what is your posting like? How are you posting? Are you simply posting 4 to 6 times a day to get it out of the way and to hit a mark that your leaders told you to do? Because if that's the case, you're probably better off posting one very emotional, elaborate, from the heart, personal post a day and be done with it. If you're just going to post just to get something out of the way because we said that's the best way to run your business, I can tell you right now, it's not the best way to run your business. I've been there. I've done that. I've gone through months of these emotional, awesome, raw posts, and I saw, huge influx in my business from it. And then I got lazy. And then I just kind of like posted, not even on Buffer. I didn't even use the app. I was actually manually typing them in, but I was mindlessly doing it. And I saw a drop off my business this quick, guys. If you are not personal, even if you're going to be behind a computer, if you're not personal, you're not going to go anywhere with it. I hate the bust bubble. The other thing is, are you sharing the same goal before? That is going to get old too. Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost done. So are you sharing the same old before and afters? Because that's going to get old too. I love Michelle's idea on Greens Queens for today about posting your own personal before and afters, because now I am giving you permission to go share mine if you want to. I know Morelli has shared hers in the past, and she allowed us to share hers as well. That gives you a new group of people like to share. You can share new pictures, but constantly be asking your customers for pictures to share. And if it's not a before and after, maybe it's just a snapshot, a selfie, something with their greens, something with their shape. And people, there are some people who don't want to be put out there. That's totally cool. But there are a lot of people who want their face out there once in a while with like a hot selfie, and you can't, don't deny them that. Ask them if they want to. But it brightens up your Facebook. Okay. And also, what about, let's see, I'm not forgetting. I already said getting pictures from those that you give samples to. That's huge. Get samples out there and get a picture of those samples in people's hands. If you're not doing that already, you're missing a big part of your business, I think. Because obviously getting samples out there gets your name out there. Getting a picture gets it out there on social media. So win-win. Okay. If you can't get pictures, testimonies and text are still awesome too. You can take a snapshot of that, make sure your person's okay with you sharing that. But even if it's something like, heck yeah, like you ask someone, hey, how do you like your greens? Heck yeah, I like my greens. Even if it's simple like that, all you're showing is the other people on your Facebook that you are truly selling a product, that people truly buy that product from you, and that people truly like that product. That's what people need to know. If you're selling them something, they need to know that other people like it too. And don't be afraid to ask. Like, don't be afraid to ask. And that's what's holding us back in this business. Okay. If you are hitting roadblocks, it is because you are probably not asking enough in some way or shape or form. Which brings me to my next question. It makes us ask ourselves, what are you afraid of? The taco joint down the street, they're selling their tacos. They're not sitting there worried, I wonder if someone's gonna, like my style of taco all the time. They just make their food and they figure out a separate customer service type, like surveys or maybe asking people at the table, how is everything? But if they sat back and where they were just like, constantly worried that their taco wasn't going to be the best taco, next door, they're not going to be able to run a successful restaurant. The boutique down the street. You think that person who owns that boutique is worried about you liking their style of clothes? No, they're going to attract the people that they want in their shop, and they're not going to worry about anything else. If those owners and CEOs or whatever, if those managers, they're worried about that, they're not focusing on themselves, their business, their customers. And so when you're in this business, you cannot constantly be worried about people telling you no. Like, you just can't. Because if you are going to hold yourself back. So that kind of brings me to, you've got to drop the excuses. So, you got to drop the excuses. And by excuses, sometimes they're so valid that it hurts. And I know that sucks, but saying that you're shy, saying that you're an introvert, saying that you don't post on social media enough, saying that you're too nervous to go live because you just haven't done it yet, saying, oh, I don't meet enough people in the day, I don't have enough people to send samples to. Those are all excuses, and they're sometimes valid, but they're awful for your business. They're straight up awful. You have to find a way, because if you want a successful business in customer service, when you own it yourself and you're not, schools, like when you're in school and you're in class, those teachers hold you to a standard, and you follow what's the standard that has to be met, because you're going to be tested on it. Like, you're going to be judged. When you work for someone else, for another business, if you're an employee, if you don't do your work, you're going to get fired. So you are held to a standard. The only people holding you to a standard in this business is you. It's not me. It's not your leader. Hold on, guys. I gotta put you up. You're dying. It's not me as your leader. It's not the next upline. It's not Michelle. It's not Tanis, who's going to be on Diamonds in Training. None of those people are holding you to that standard. We're here to give you advice and to give you new ideas and to think of the new thing that you maybe haven't done. But it is completely 110% up to you to get your ass out of bed, to get dressed, to put your makeup on, or maybe your bra. Maybe you don't do those in a day, which is totally cool. Good. Thank you, Michelle. But it is totally up to you to run your business. And a lot of people I meet, some people even on my team, who don't think that they're successful in their business, you can tell the people who take ownership of their business, and you can tell the people who are waiting for someone else to tell them the next step to do. Okay. So this business, let's see. I saw 5 minutes. I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose my train of thought. So this business is only truly so hard because we make it hard. So if we take that little extra roadblock ourselves out of the way, this business isn't hard. It's laid out for you. You have amazing leaders that are trying to pump you full of information that they have seen work, and they want to help you see work. But if you're not making that extra effort, then I still can't help you grow your business. There's no answer for you. And so that really brings me to the point of the 212. So I talked about the 212th degree, 211, it's stinking hot water, but it's nothing else. Okay. That one little extra degree makes it steam, makes that water boil, brings steam, it powers engines. It is 1 degree. So that 1 degree extra effort is not, I hate to bust bubbles, is not everything I just named. It is not posting on social media. It is not reaching out to customers, getting pictures. It is not doing those things. That 212th degree is you putting in the effort to go and do those things that are required in your business. And I hate to say it, but those things are required of someone who is going to be successful in network marketing and interpersonal relationships like this is effort. It's not all the list of things that we give you that are awesome for your business. Those are necessary. Okay. So that 212th degree is effort. So where is your 212 going to be today? So I'm going to end it with this. My team kind of knows this already, but if you ever hear me, maybe we can get a motto going, are you going to be 212 today? So that's kind of what my thing is going to be now. Yeah. So yeah, I know we're running low on time, Michelle. Does anyone have any questions, or any of my leaders want to say something? I'm so sorry. I'm long-winded. I think I got everything out. Let's see. Michelle, did you want to say anything else?
No, that's great. I like that. I read that the other day when you posted that, and I could see that you had two of your leaders, Morelli and Jenny, both of them really took that challenge to heart. And the next day, you could totally see that they went the extra degree in their business.
They literally did a lot, not only a live video, they wrapped themselves live.
Yeah.
And then both got either customers or new interest from it, and old customers to order something different. Like, it's,
right.
So
that's great. I mean, you could see it just like you can see the steam that starts coming off of that water when it starts boiling. So, that's what she's talking about. When are you going to start steaming, right? You're simmering, you may be simmering and you may think you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. When are you going to start boiling and letting that steam come off of you? Because when people can see that steam, it's contagious, guys, and they want to be a part of it. Okay. And then going along with that is we always say the same thing. We're talking about boiling water. We always say this, that the same water boils an egg, it's soft and pasta. So what are you made of? What are you going to do when you start boiling? Are you going to keep going and just get stronger? Or are you going to come back down? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So I think this is great. Really good topic. We have less than 1 minute left, but thank you so much, Morgan, for pouring into all of us. Actually, this one was kind of unplanned to have somebody else host it, but I think I'm going to start kind of cycling around and letting different leaders host Zooms and getting experience with talking. So I'm going to start coming to you guys and asking you guys to pick a topic and come on here, because I think that'll be good for everybody to hear from different people. So every Sunday at 8 o'clock, we're going to start doing a weekly training. Make sure that you're telling your teams to read the new pinned post, because it has that kind of stuff in there. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you again, Morgan.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, guys.